Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard, and I have a plan. I have little saucers and a scraping container and a balloon, which I could probably try a different balloon, but this one will work fine actually, so we'll just stick with that. And you could use the lid of a little container like this. I just happen to like these because if I want to walk away and leave them, I can put one on top and use it as a cover, and I have a little bit window some time before it sets up completely. So my plan is to grab colors that I like and put them into the dish. I'm going to leave them aside too because I can also apply the colors I like directly to the balloon. And I definitely should have grabbed them before I started, but it is what it is. And as I see what I've got, those are similar. Yeah, I see that. But if I put them down in different configurations, knock wood, I might actually get different results. So we'll see what happens with that. It's a Prussian blue looking pretty thick, but it makes me want another blue. So this is an idea based on a wreath that I made way back when I started doing this. Sorry, I probably shouldn't be talking away from the camera. And that wreath is one of the most viewed videos that I have ever published. And so that makes me curious as to whether I can recreate a similar effect using the balloon rolls without repeating the same method. And I think I can, and I think I can do it more quickly, and hopefully that would be the case since I've been doing this a while now. I've created over 1,000 paintings, which reminds me I do sell my artwork, and I'd love to sell some to you or someone you know. They might make an excellent Christmas present. So like I said, I'm going to keep my colors handy, and I'm going to try and pick things that I think will really make a statement. That's not one of them. Okay, I'm going to put it in there anyway. So I don't have any gold in here yet, and the gold is right here, and I'm going to put it over here. And this may or may not work, you know. I'm pretty lucky for sure, and I think I want some more of a blue color over there. I'm really happy that I'm actually leaving the colors nearby. I think I want to take a chance and use that magenta, but I think I'm also going to grab some of the white and put it with it. Which reminds me that I have a favorite, and I haven't added any of it. And I don't see it, and I don't know why I don't. Oh, there it is, hiding. Come here, you. So that ought to make it more interesting still. I'm going to move my colors back to a safe distance. Oh, please. So that I can put this aside for right now. Oh, the little container in the center is where I'm going to scrape my balloon off. So if I want to use the paint that I scrape off the balloon instead of wiping it off and throwing it away, I can basically just put it into another artwork. Now, I'm going to give myself a nice heavy layer of white, and this time I won't have any weird cracking in the center because I don't use glue anymore in my paint mixes. Which reminds me, my paint pouring recipe is underneath the video, and the tool I am using to spread paint is, as most people who watch me know, the OXO omelet turning spatula. Best paint spreading spatula around. The larger one might be a little faster. This is the smaller of the two. They're both about 10 bucks. Not anything you'll regret unless you buy one and leave paint on it, which I don't recommend. I keep a water bucket handy and a scrubby with some grit on it, like some metallic threads in it. And as soon as I need to use a new tool, I put my OXO omelet turning spatula available on the Amazon link under Show More under the video, into the bucket. And then I scrub it off in between uses. Alright, so I really don't want any big blobs there, but I think I'm mostly covered, and I'm never always sure with white because I don't see that well, and it's very bright out here right now. So I'm just going to wipe that spatula off instead of dropping in the bucket this time, which should be fine. And now it's time to go ahead. Now I tried to think about this last time, and I'm going to put my colors. Ooh, I want some yellow. Yes, I do. That's really Velveeta. I keep calling this Velveeta. I don't eat it, but I'll paint with it. So I'm not sure how to start, actually. I'm going to grab some colors and imagine my circle. Yeah, I'm going to go as far out from the center as I can. And I'm going to start by making somewhat even assumptions about where that center should be. I'm going to go all four directions, and I could probably rotate my saucer and get a different color combination. But I think as long as I want the wreath, I'm going to use my colors as evenly as I can. Alright, so here's my trick. Just scrape them right off. Clean balloon, well, mostly clean balloon. And now I'm moving on to my purples. And these I should be able to, I was thinking I could go one next to the next one, but I think I'm just going to continue on my merry way. Just the way I started. I might get to a point where I think it's a shame to scrape through them, but I don't think that I'm going to worry too much about that. So there I go again, just scraped off. Virtually clean balloon, no waste. I like that. So I'm really tempted to add some yellow to the gold and turquoise and minty green. Although I did think that was the turquoise when I put it down. Maybe it is. I hope this is an okay color combination. And then I can get my positioning right. Just going to keep going around. Not even wiping my balloon off. I don't think I really got enough paint in that dish. But I think one of the reasons I start on either side instead of next to each other is so that the drops as they go out, I think they could stay darker in a row. So if I go back and forth, it's dark on either side, so it's sort of equidistant thing. Alright, here goes the, wow, I'm nervous, the magenta. And the Prussian blue, which I saved for the outside so that I could have some dark. Whoops. I don't really want that right there. So I'm just going to ever so carefully make a small adjustment. You really have to put it down and lift it up. That was not a good example of what I was telling you. I've used all my colors, I think. Now it's time to scrape it off. Whoop. And clean again, yes. And use one of the, actually those little saucers are better for these containers right there, perfect. And I'm going to take a moment to cover my others because they're all usable. as long as they don't dry out. And they really won't dry out nearly as fast with lids on them. So, do I want anything else in there? And I kind of do. I kind of want to have a little more pink. This will tell me if I got my circle right too. Now, as much as it makes me sad to know that I'm going to drag a skewer through there, I'm not that unhappy about it. I say that now, but I could always change my mind, and you guys know that about me. I don't think I'm going to, though. It's like I got pretty lucky with my circle being... I got a piece of chalk around here, and I think it's a great idea to make chalk outlines. You know what? To heck with the skewer for right now. Let's go ahead and give myself permission. Boy, do I want some gold in there. I want something dark in there. See if I can keep my rhythm going so I can go every other dot without missing a spot or doubling up. I'm a little dyslexic, to say the least. Hey, I got it right. That's so cool. Alright, here goes nothing. I'm going in a curve, and I'm going to try and keep my curve going similarly by starting at 3, 6, 9, and 12. And then in between, and I'm going to look where in between is, just in case I didn't get my initial mark right, which is something that happens, not just to me, but probably to more people. Alright, now I've gotten close enough. Yeah, when I did this with the skewer, I really wanted to do it with the basting brush, so I'm kind of not that sad that I decided to go for it. I thought it might be quick. Kind of wondering what to do about those outside edges. And I'm thinking I'm just going to drag through anyway, because I can. And I'm liking adding more drag marks and diffusing the colors more. It's not hurting my feelings a bit. Yes, it looks like spin art. Yes, it brings back memories from my childhood at the fair. I really don't care. They were good memories. Not sure anybody ever let me do that, but I have a very strong memory of it just the same. So as I continually drag through, the colors are becoming more and more muted. And I'm thinking that I might want to do something to the center, and I have a nice skewer. So I'm kind of thinking gold. It might be orange. Yeah, I think I'm going for orange. And I'm going to start on either side, just like I have been, splitting the difference, filling in between. It's the only way to get a mostly even look with your colors. And that's not bothering me, but it is making me want to grab a much heavier basting brush. That's not the one. So this is one I haven't taken any of the bristles out. And I'm going to start, and I'm going to flip it so it's got a clean side, just in case I have regrets. And then I'm going to knock it off in my little container, because I can. And probably on a paper towel as well, just because I can't have everything I want all the time. That's creating some neat cells. I'm just barely touching that. And I think that's what has to happen. because I'm not overly fond of the dots around the center. That's what's happening. And I don't want to destroy all the colors by dragging too much of this basting brush down. And I think I am going to use another basting brush to drag the colors out even more. Tempted to go in from the outside because I'm not super thrilled with what's going on around the outside now that I have a chance to look at it. So I'm going to go, who knows what's going to happen to this. It's not exactly as I had envisioned, but it never is. That's not bothering me yet. I've got another basting brush. I can go out. And in. Out. Start a little ahead once I have residuals in the basting brush. And go back again even. Yeah, the outside is bothering me. Well, I gave myself plenty of time, and I've got 2 minutes left to tell you guys I do sell my artwork. I'd like to make this I'd like to make this saleable really quickly, and I think I want to just blend that outside edge a lot more than it was. Because the Prussian blue with the magenta in the balloon rolls at the very outside sort of felt a little backfirey to me. There is always tomorrow if I feel like I have an inspiration on how to fix this if it doesn't turn out in the next 2 minutes. So I would still love a thumbs up. And I do expect that this is going to work out in a moment because the colors are not turning muddy, and I like that about it for sure. And they're very rainbow. I'm not sure what to do about the center. I still have that same issue with those dots. My inclination is to stick a skewer in there. But the rough part about that is if it's not a perfectly round circle, it could be an issue. My original intention was to just put spirals in there, so maybe I will. I think I could have used some white. I don't think it's too late for that. Hopefully that works. I know it could work pulling it down into the... Yeah, it's going to work. I could also pull that white right down. So I've got 1 minute left to say, shop my Amazon link at no added cost to you if you want to help me out. And look on the end screens for this month's drawing. Exhibition video will show you what the prizes are. I'm going to give myself a little inner circle. This might not be exactly like you see it now when you come back, but I don't think it's going to be very different. I kind of do want to give the impression of a circle. It's different. I don't hate it. I might regret that, but I really wanted to see if I was right about the white. So you'll see any number of videos on my end screens. Well, wrong again. I will see you guys anon. This is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard saying thank you for joining me. Thank you for the great comments. Thank you for the contributions. I love you guys. See you soon.